Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and the Manchester United beta save on the TomFM channel. Hope you're all doing well today. I know it's Monday. I know it's a bit rubbish. Mondays are never nice, but hopefully this will help you get through the rest of your Monday. Also, I know what you're all saying. You're saying, Tom, it's Monday. Why are you still wearing an England rugby? You can't actually see it, can you? You're probably not asking that because you can't actually see it. I've looked at myself on here. You can't. Look, it's there. There we go. You can see the rows now. I'm actually recording this on Saturday, not long after I've just seen us lose to South Africa in the final. So I'm a little bit devastated still, very annoyed. The referee South Africa, better side, but the referee helped them out quite a bit, I've got to say, in that game. Their first try, definitely forward passes in that. You can't tell me otherwise. There were definitely forward passes in it. Either way, that's in the past. Congratulations, South Africa. Deserved winners because they did play better than us in the final, I've got to say. Also, congratulations to you lot as well. You're doing phenomenally well, helping me get to 20,000 subscribers by 2020. We're doing pretty well. We're sort of keeping up with my targets in my head of where I kind of want to be. So I'm very pleased with that, which is good. But obviously, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Keep telling your friends about it and getting people to subscribe. I'd love it if you could do that because I really want to get to 20,000. Keep entering the giveaway as well. Loads of over 100 entries now into the giveaway for the first copy of FM20, which will be given away at 13,000 subscribers. So keep getting involved with that one. Anyway, into the meat of today's episode. I've started on this screen, which is the monthly manager performance summary, which is a new screen or a new news article at least that's come through. And it's because we've just got through September. We're now at the start of October. The board have come to me and they've sort of given me a few ratings of how things are going. So we'll start off C+ overall. To summarise, the board are pleased. I mean, it's an early days still, so I can kind of understand that they can't really make too much of a decision either way, but we'll take a C+. Notable highlights are that they were pleased with our convincing 4-1 win over Newcastle United. We'll talk about results in between episodes in a moment's time, but that was one of them. That was a very good performance. They're pleased with Paul Pogba's recent performances. He's probably the best player on the pitch, and we have been playing, so that's good. And they are delighted with the financial aspects of Christopher Ayer signing. They're still very pleased with that. They've said that since he signed, so that's good to see. On the other hand, though, you saw last time out we lost 3-1 to Liverpool, and they're concerned about that defeat, but they're also concerned about the finances involving the deal to sign Goretzka, which is probably only because he's not playing as many games as I thought he was going to play. Thomas Partey has sort of become more of the player playing regularly than Goretzka is. So that's perhaps something we should be addressing in the next month or so to try and get rid of this concern thing. In terms of the breakdown, though, they're kind of satisfied with how we're making progress towards realising the club's vision, which is okay, I suppose. We're getting the results on the pitch, apparently. Well, they're satisfied with the results, at least. We're doing okay in the league so far, I think. I'm pretty pleased with it. And the fans are appreciating the entertaining football we're playing because we're still sticking with that tiki-taka style of play, which I'm pretty pleased with. Transfers, we've got some B- for the transfers because they're pleased with the performance in the transfer market and happy, and the fans are happy with how the transfers are playing so far. So that's good. The transfers are kind of on board. That's decent. In terms of tactics, this tiki-taka style of play that we're sticking with right now, they are happy with the impacts of the tactics that it's had in recent matches, and they are particularly concerned. Why is that in green? This should be in red, really, shouldn't it, if they're concerned? But they are particularly concerned with the frequency of chances being created against us in recent matches. Some games we do shut opponents out, but other games, like the Liverpool game, they will have 30-odd shots against us, which we need to do work on, I suppose, a little bit. But the squad are happy, and the board are happy with the squad's pleasant atmosphere at the moment. So overall, I'd say we've had a good start to the season. The board are happy. This screen is quite good because it's given me a bit of direction as things to work on, particularly this chance creation for the other team and things like that. So that's things to work on at least. So last time you were here for two defeats, a 3-1 loss to Liverpool and a 2-0 loss to Arsenal. Well, since then, we've only lost one game, but it wasn't a league game, so that was quite good, I've got to say. We started off with a 3-0 win over Leicester, with Bernardeschi scoring a goal and Paul Pogba with a brace. Paul Pogba is now our top scorer, by the way, which you'll be interested to know. Pogba getting his first few goals there, which was really, really good stuff. We then took on a very good Chelsea side, drew 0-0 with Luke Shaw picking up an injury in there, forcing him off the pitch. So we were a bit disappointed not to win that one. I think we played better than Chelsea in that game. Liverpool was the worst performance, followed by Arsenal, and then we started to play a bit better against Chelsea. Leicester I thought was going to be quite tough as well, but they've not had the best start to the season, so actually a 3-0 win over them was really good. But we did perform well against a very good Chelsea side, in my opinion. We then took on Borussia Mönchengladbach in our first Europa League fixture, and I was thinking this is going to be quite a tight fixture, but we ended up winning 4-0 with Partey, Greenwood, Rashford and Pogba getting themselves on the score sheet, and it's given me quite a lot of confidence going into this Torino game with my team selection. Following that, as we mentioned before, we beat Newcastle United 4-1. They actually took the lead in that game before we came back and scored 4 goals in the second half. A brace for Pogba, a goal for Mata, and a goal for Thomas Partey as well. So fantastic signing. Partey's turning out to be contributing to the goals quite a bit. We then took on Tottenham in the Carabao Cup third round, and I played a youth squad, basically. You can see here we had a complete rotation here. We had Greenwood up there, we had Chong, we had Angel Gomez, we had Tunzabe, we had Brandon Williams playing. We had a real young squad against a Spurs side that was full on. It was a real top Spurs side, but they only beat us 1-0 through a Harry Kane penalty. And if we look at the stats, we were actually the better side against a really, I mean, that's full strength, in my opinion, Tottenham squad. I mean, maybe Eric Dyer not at centre-back, but that's a full... And obviously, Gazaniga in goal. But other than those two players, that's a full-strength Tottenham side. And we played better than them the whole time, but they just scored the penalty. So our young side did really well. I was very pleased with them in that game. Unfortunate to lose it, but we bounced back against Southampton with a 3-0 win, with Partey scoring a goal, Ashley Young scoring goals, coming to replace Luke Shaw at the moment, and then Bernardeschi scoring his second goal of the season as well. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with how things are looking. We're 5th in the Premier League right now, a point off the top 4 and 5 points off Man City at the top of the table. Liverpool, though, on the other hand, have really slipped up. They're down to 11th on 10 points. And I feel like there was someone else quite good far down, but actually it might have been Chelsea. Chelsea had a really bad start to the season, and they've sort of recovered a little bit, as have Spurs. Yeah, they've massively recovered, Spurs. I was looking for them down here, but they're in second place now, because last episode when we drew against them, or got drawn against them in the Carabao Cup, they were 17th. So they've had a real improvement in recent weeks. Today, though, we are taking on Torino, as you can see there, and then Norwich after that in the Premier League. So hopefully 2 big wins coming up in today's episode for you guys. So actually, we're going for quite a rotated lineup today against Torino, just because I want to rest a few players for the game against Norwich, because we want to focus on the Premier League. But also, I'm kind of confident against Torino following that 4-0 win over Borussia Mönchengladbach. So we've got the Hare in goal as per usual, but the back line changes a little bit. Now we've got Ashley Young playing. Where is he? Luke Shaw's just about to come back from injury, so he should or could be back potentially actually for the Norwich game, which would be quite handy. But Young's going to stay in there today with Tunzabe and Aya as centre-backs, but Diogo Dalot coming in to give Aaron Wan-Bissaka a rest. We're changing out the Pogba and Partey midfield partnership that scored quite a few goals this season for Goretzka and McTominay, just to give those 2 other centre midfielders a rest. Mata stays in the attacking midfield position, but we have got a change of wingers and strikers with Daniel James. Jesse Lingard is playing to have his first appearance of the season, but we have to rest Bernardeschi, I think, for this one. And then Mason Greenwood, who has scored 3 goals so far this season, is starting up front. Right then, kickoff is upon us here today from Torino itself. Is Torino a place, or did Torino play in a city? Like, obviously, Juventus play in Turin. There's not a place called Juventus. I should know my Italian geography better than this before I start mouthing off to you saying we're playing in Torino tonight. Well, tell us somewhere else, won't it? It'll tell us somewhere, I'm sure. Either way, Torino making a good start to the game as they retain possession from us, looking to come forward. They drew their first game against Rangers, so we are top of the group by 2 points as it stands right now, which is good for us. But Belotti coming forward takes it past De Gea far too easily, but he is offside, as you can see down here. Just been judged. No VAR needed for that, so apparently it goes straight into the offside. So that's quite good, quite obviously offside. So we haven't conceded just yet, but Torino are looking to come forward once again in numbers. It is a bit tricky to see the difference between our sort of, I don't know what colours to even call this, like a grey kit, and their sort of purplish kit, whatever they want to play their colours in as. Torino have managed to grab the opening goal of the game here today, which isn't going to plan. We're not playing as well as I thought we would, and perhaps we need to bring some of the big guns onto the pitch sooner rather than later, as they've been very lucky there, to be fair. Hitting the crossbar, bouncing off De Gea. It's a lucky goal. Oh, crap, right. I've got a pizza in the oven, which I completely forgot about, and I can smell it now. So it could be burning the house down. We'll watch this highlight before I decide to go and get my pizza, as Mata puts the ball in the area. Tunzabe gets the rebound out to Goretzka, who can put the ball in. No, he doesn't. Aya, can he put a ball in? He puts it across to Mata, who can put a ball in. He knows he's good, but Greenwood puts it wide of the post. I need to get my pizza. Managed to get it just in time. It's not burnt. It's okay. Also, I want your opinion on this. What pizza is better? Hot pizza or cold pizza? I know it probably sounds obvious, hot pizza is better, but there's nothing better than after a night out, leftover pizza from your night out the next day. That is beautiful. Either way, we got to half-time, 1-0 down. We need to do some work. Again, yeah, I have got it wrong. Torino's not a place. They're in Turin, which is... I didn't realise that even Torino and Juventus were in the same city. So that you've learnt something new today. You probably haven't, but I've learnt something new today. We are, though, 68 minutes into the game. It really flies by when there's no highlights in this version of the game. So we need to maybe slow it down a little bit, but we need to make some changes. Paul Pogba... on you go. Also, we're going to bring Martial on for Greenwood. And also, I think Jay Lings has to come off the pitch as well, and Bernardeschi has to come on. We need to really go all out, very attacking now, if we want to get anything out of this game. It's not gone to plan playing backup players. But still, as I'm eating... Sorry, this is probably disgusting. I shouldn't be eating, talking my mouthful, but I panicked and started eating. Despite the tactics, despite the changes, no highlights in the second half, we've lost it... We've lost it 1-0 to Torino. That is atrocious. Luckily for us, perhaps, Borussia Mönchengladbach beat Rangers, so we stay second in the group on 3 points, but Torino go top with 4 points, and Borussia Mönchengladbach, with worse goal difference, stays third, and then Rangers, who play next in the group, are in fourth. So it's not doom and gloom yet. There's still plenty of time to go. If we win all the rest of our matches, we'll easily go through as well. So no panicking yet, but we should have played better there. The upside of it as well, I suppose, is we've got 2 days until the Norwich game, but we did rest most of our players for that. So hopefully we should be able to come out with a full-strength side against Norwich and go ham on them. Good to see Christopher Ayer doing very well in training on a 9.2 rating. We'll praise him for that and say, well done on your training. On the other hand, Fred is currently the worst player in training, so we'll criticise him for that. But it's understandable, because I've been trying to sell him. I keep offering him out to clubs, and no one's buying him. Who's interested right now? Southampton, West Ham and the Chinese club. We'll offer him out again. We had to have a conversation with him, and we've sort of settled on £24 million being the amount of money that we'd accept for him. So we'll offer him out for that again and see if anyone bites on that. But I don't think they will, apart from Southampton, who are offering £14 million and want us to pay nearly 60 grand a week on his wages. No, we're not doing that. So for this Norwich game then, we've put the team back to sort of full strength. And unfortunately, Luke Shaw not quite fit enough, but we're going to put him on the bench, I reckon, actually, instead of Lindelof there, I think. We might bring him on in the final few moments just to give him a bit of fitness and a run out there. But I want to get him back in the side as soon as possible, because Ashley Young, I want him out. Hopefully today, though, we're going to be seeing a much stronger performance from this Manchester United side against Norwich, because otherwise, well, we could be having some major issues. Kickoff is upon us once again, and I'm still peeved off that the opening highlight of the Kickoff is now gone from the highlights. It was explained in like an FM live stream with Miles, and he said, when you watch highlights on TV, like Match of the Day, they don't show the Kickoff, so why would they show Kickoff on here? And it makes sense in that regard, but it does annoy me. What has gone on here? That's gone a bit crazy. Now, I literally don't have a clue what's gone on here. So let's rewind this. Please, what's going on? Someone's been sent off. What's happened here? And Paul Pogba's offside. Okay, well, let's just watch this highlight as Young gets the ball, puts it into Pogba. Young, Pogba. I mean, lads, sort this one out. Wan-Bissaka got so much time, but we're just dawdling around. We're messing around with it too much. Get the ball in the area. Stop passing it around us. I mean, Pogba's hit the crossbar from miles out. And actually, I've got to say, about 70% of our shots this season, I think, have been, or goals this season, I should say, have been from outside the area. But let's find out what's happened here. So there's a red card here. So this guy goes all the way through Mata, clearly. And that's obviously must be like a two-footed. He sends him off for, it just says, produce the red card. Went in with 2 feet. Fair enough. What's this about then? So the free kick comes in from Mata. And, yeah, well, that's very quick. That it just sort of shuts off there. But you can see, I'll see if I can pause it at the right moment. It comes off Ayer's head here. And then it goes next on to Pogba, who was in the offside position. So I can understand all that. Fine. It's all out of the way. I've got it now. Oh, for goodness sake. How do I keep missing things? Just don't eat pizza, Tom. Just don't eat while you're playing and then you won't miss things. Okay, right. Let's watch the replay. Mata's corner, swung in. Pogba rises, scores his 6th goal of the season. He's on fire so far, Paul Pogba. He is really, really good for us. Much better in-game than in real life. But thankfully, we go 1-0 up against Norwich. That is really top quality stuff. We need to be getting the wins in the league. We may be losing the cups and things like that, like the League Cup, and then we've lost a game in the Europa League. But as long as we keep winning in the Premier League, get that Champions League qualification, I couldn't think what it was called then, the Champions League qualification, will be absolutely fine. As Bernardeschi now on the ball, back to Wan-Bissaka, in towards Rashford, but it's cleared. And is that going to be the end of the highlight? No. Aya back on the ball, back to Wan-Bissaka as Aya puts it across to Ashley Young. Ashley Young now tackled, retains possession actually in the end, so just about keeps hold of it as Aya back on the ball now. Wan-Bissaka coming forward. Can he put a cross in? Oh, can we stop just faffing around? I mean, eventually the cross has gone in, but Martial was offside there, so it doesn't matter. Just put the cross in first time asking. Stop messing around with it so much as we enter half-time 1-0 up after 12 shots. It's been a solid performance from us, actually, that first half in terms of stats, but I'd like to see a bit more from it. Top 4, though, that's our aim this season. Top 4 is definitely the aim this season, and if we continue beating Norwich today, we will move into that top 4, and as long as we can stay there for the rest of the season, I don't really mind where we come, as long as we just are top 4. That was kind of the goal this season, as Martial gets his 2nd of the season after it sort of bounces around the area. The assist officially goes to Thomas Partey there, but I think it sort of came off a few different players in the process, as Wan-Bissaka came forward with it, put it across the Partey. Yeah, he goes for the shot, but it bounces off the defender, goes to Martial, somehow classes as Partey's assist, but either way, we've got another goal. We're 2-0 up, much safer position, and a lot of players looking complacent on our side there, which I'm not too keen with, as we've nearly scored a goal there from that very quick highlight. But Pogba loses the ball, and that was an odd one. What's going on here? What's this bit about? Okay, I don't know what that was about. I'm not sure. That was weird. Again, it's a beta, so there's going to be a few bugs and things like that. Like we saw earlier with these highlights going mentally fast, and then whatever that was just then, that was a bit of a bug as well. But they'll be patched out. They'll be patched out by the 19th of November, so don't worry about that if you're sort of on the edge about buying the game or not. You can buy it for very cheap if you want right now through my affiliate link and get access to the beta and start playing it right now if you want to. Links in the description for that one. But if you want to wait for the giveaways, make sure you enter the giveaways, of course, as well. There's also a link for that in the description. Or buy a copy and go for a giveaway as well, so then you can give it to your friend who hasn't got it as well, something like that. But ideally, you tell your friend to enter it anyway, because I'm trying to get 20,000 subscribers. I need your help to do it as Thomas Partey, and that's what I mean. I don't think he's scored a goal that's his 4th of the season. I think all of them have been at least 25 yards out. He's been a real asset to the squad, and this is why Goretzka can't get into the squad, because Thomas Partey keeps doing things like this. We're always having a party with Thomas Partey, especially when he scores beautiful goals like that one. Free kick for us on the edge of the area. Mata hits the wall, but it goes out to Martial, and another goal from outside the area. It's still sort of sticking with the 70% of goals we score being outside the area. Again, a few of you have mentioned this in the comment section, that you score a lot of goals from outside the area, and it's mostly probably a bug. I think this will get patched out, but long shots seem to be quite overpowered at the moment. So again, it's probably one of the things, if you report it on the Sports Interactive forums, this kind of thing you'll see, and they'll patch it out and stuff like that, as Mata comes very close with another free kick there. Another chance for us now. Again, we're really coming thick and fast at the end of this game. Wan-Bissaka under pressure gets the ball to Pogba in the out, so great ball to Van, a great ball out to Ashley Young as Martial in towards Mata, putting it just over the bar. But this is a dominating display. 29 shots to 0 shots, 74% possession to 26% possession. Now, this is probably the best we have played all season. Obviously, it helps that Norwich had a man sent off early on in today's game, but we really have put the screw. That doesn't make sense. We've turned the screw. That's the phrase I was looking for. We turned the screw, and Thomas Partey, go on, score. He's not done it there. Will he have a go now? Or Wan-Bissaka, Partey, back to Mata, Pogba, Young. I thought someone was going to have a go there on the edge of the area. They still might, to be fair, as Wan-Bissaka shoots from distance. And again, it's another goal from way outside the area. A 5-0 thumping now of Norwich. And perhaps we need to feel this team a little bit more. Perhaps we need to stop resting them so much in cup games. Start playing the full strength side a little bit more. and we will thump teams like Torino rather than lose 1-0 with a second string side that we've put out there to try and rest the first string side. Well, that was a thoroughly convincing display. I am really pleased with this one. 33 shots to 0 shots. Now, that is a fantastic stat as we had the ball wide there, but that is going to be that, surely. The referee must blow his whistle roundabout now. He does. Man United 5, Norwich 0. It keeps us in the top 4, puts us in the top 4, I should say, actually, because we move it from 5th to 7th, actually, 7th to 4th. That's fantastic stuff. In the top 4, a point off Arsenal in 3rd. We're bearing down now on Tottenham and Man City. Obviously, still a long way to go this season, but that's a great place to be right now. So I am really, really pleased with that one, actually. Really pleased with that. So, next episode, I think we're going to do a 3-game special. We're going to go for the Rangers Europa League game, a second Rangers Europa League game, that is. We won't do the home leg, we'll do the away leg. We'll then play Bournemouth away, and then we're going to play Borussia Mönchengladbach as well, so you can see a game against them. And hopefully by that point, hopefully in the Borussia Mönchengladbach game, we might qualify for the knockout stages of the Europa League. That would be top quality. So that's what's going to be next episode. I'll see you for that one tomorrow. In the meantime, if you can drop a like on the video for me, comment down below how you're getting on with your own personal saves. I'd love to hear how you're getting on. Make sure you tell your friends about this to get them subscribed to the channel. Try and help us get to 20,000 subscribers. I know I'm banging on like a broken record, but I've got to keep putting it out there to get people to do it and motivate and things like that. So hopefully it'll all happen and it will fall into place and we'll get 20,000 subscribers before the 1st of January. We'll give away plenty of copies as well. Get yourself entered into the giveaway in the description. I think that's all I need to say. So have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.